The regimen was like part of my life. I went from being a normal person to being this person that had to put a hot compress on every night, do eyelid wiping, do all these things. And then I was finding my eyelids my eyelashes felt like I had stickers on them. Oh. So I would wipe them all the time. And every time I wiped them, I was only irritating my eyes more. So I'm in a place now of I'm much better than I was. And I easily can fall back and think about how scary it was in the beginning when I didn't know what was wrong. I feel guilty sometimes. I don't have cancer. I have friends I know that have horrible diseases. This can't be something that I'm not going to recover from. But if I go to a place of thinking I'm living with this for the rest of my life suffering, that's not helpful for me. So my choice is there's no destination. Life is a journey. My destination of being cured, that could happen. But until then, I'm on a journey, and I'm not going to suffer on my journey thinking about a disease. I'm going to live my life and try to find a way to distract myself and think of what I can do and not what I can't do.
So the hypnotherapy,
the water.
And then stopping using the wipes and drops.
Right, nothing. Don't use anything. There may be some new medicine that could help me. An eye drop, they have things on the horizon. Will that help? Will that hurt? I don't know. I tried an allergy eye drop. It didn't help. So I'm willing to try things. But at the same time, I'm still living. I'm still able to do the things I love. And thank God for that. Thank God I have what I love, and that's my music. I think because some people it's visible, and I feel, again, guilty. I could have a condition that shows where my eyes are really in pain. Although friends of mine, I've gone out to dinner, and my friend will say to me, "Your eyes are hurting you, aren't they?" It's visible. I couldn't open them for a while. I couldn't go perform. That was the last thing I could think of. But one day, when they were feeling better, I decided I'm not going to let this stop me, and I went back to perform again. And even if I can't open them, I can still sing. So I'm an artist. I use the computer a lot. I have to be careful. I have to make sure I blink. And if I get upset, my eyes hurt. It's like my weakness. So my goal is to stay cool, stay calm, and try to be relaxed. Have you ever known anybody else that's had dry eyes like this? I mean, one thing for me is I felt so alone. I'm beginning to find out that there are millions of people that have this condition.
I never heard of it before. I couldn't even imagine what you were going through. Having nobody who knew about it and no experience with it. What was the most difficult part about trying to find an effective treatment of a cure?
I think it's just because it's so unfamiliar to people, is just pretending I was fine when my eyes, all I could think about was this feeling that I had going on. It's sort of distracting me. Like I walked and fallen because I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. I bump into things. I can see, so I feel like I'm so lucky I can see. But at the same time, pain is difficult, and some people do take pain medicines for this, but I like to be clear-headed. You know my songs. I was thinking about one of the lyrics I wrote was before this eye problem happened. Music completely changed my life, and the lyrics, I was thinking of my song, Clear. I carried on, I lived with heartache. I was so numb, I wasn't awake. But it all changed when I let go of fear. Beautiful music I could hear. I opened my eyes. Life became clear. When I found my music, it healed me from the pain that I suffered after losing a child, going through being a caregiver for so many years. And then this eye condition came along. So those lyrics apply, letting go of fear and life becoming clear and the beautiful music I could hear. I had to let go of the fear that I'm going to suffer with this for the rest of my life. Just like the grief I had, I used to say, I will never get over this. I will never move on from the death of my son. But then when music came, he came back to me, and I was happy again. And it's like, can't I stay happy? Do I have to live with another stressor in my life with my eyes? But I decided I can make it. I can do it.
And you've been doing better, right? A lot better.
Yeah. When I thought of doing this whole interview, I thought, no, I'm not a good person to pick.
Most difficult part about just living daily life with dry eyes?
I think for me, the vulnerability. I didn't feel like I was myself. I felt like there's a dirty window between me and the world. I felt like everything was an effort. To drive, to talk. I wanted to cry. I couldn't concentrate on things. So when I would be with people and they'd say, what's wrong? It was hard to explain it. So I guess I became more reclusive and more isolated and more emotional. But the other side is I was able to turn that into my music. I began to realize that the songs that I was writing to help other people heal, the songs about hang on and have hope and love, were all songs that I wrote that were supposed to be written to help me. And it gave me more compassion, because telling someone to feel better when they're suffering is great once you're healed, but they can't relate. They can't see beyond right now it hurts. So it taught me to have a lot of compassion for anybody going through grief, because they don't believe they're going to heal. I didn't when I was in it.